that was a lot. So let's I don't even know I don't even know where to start, guys, with that whole that whole thing was crazy. Like she said she stayed with him, and that's what a lot of women do when they feel like, when they see that a man cheated on them, they'll stay. A lot of women will stay. Don't ask me why, they just do. Maybe they hoping it'll get better, but he seems like he just doing his thing. He just sowing his raw oats where he can sow them at. But look, ain't nobody really talking about that situation anymore with Nika. This was an older video. Like, right now, people are saying that Nika, her kids should be taken because she's not taking care of them the way she should take care of them. And like, most of the time they saying like she gives them a lot of junk food, and a lot of times they eat out. Like, oh, she'll just get them little Caesars pizza all the time, or she'll cook weenies and baked beans. She'll cook that, or she'll cook like the food. People are saying the food that she cooked for her kids, it don't look good. It don't look good, and that she's not taking care of the kids. You know, she don't take care of the kids' hair and things like that. And that's what a lot of people have been saying. You know, have been saying about her. And I don't know, cause I don't really watch Nika like that. I don't really watch her like that. But when I do watch her, she does get a lot of junk food for those kids. And they were saying one time that one of her kids had bad teeth, like their teeth was rotting. And they also said that one of the kids had an ear infection, that it got so bad that the ear ruptured. Her eardrum had ruptured, or was about to rupture. It was some other information that came out that she had took them to some kind of doctor, and one of the doctors said that one of her daughters had semen in her mouth. And this is just like, we don't even hear. I think that's why a lot of people don't want those kids with her after hearing that. That's why a lot of people don't want those kids with her. But nobody, I haven't heard anybody even talk about that situation anymore. It's like it was swept under the rug. I don't know. You know, maybe they did investigation, and I don't know, but you know, people are still talking about that. Like, why they just brush it under the rug? And how did the girl have semen in her mouth? Some crazy stuff going on. So actually plan on making this is zucchini. I'm actually planning on making a zucchini bake today. I'm thinking you have to layer it or something. I'm using sirloin. They use chicken. I'm using sirloin. Top sirloin. I'll look at this later. So, guys, let's talk about, I think her name is Fabelia Thomas. And, let me just read it a little bit to you. And then we'll listen to some, video, news reports about this situation. But okay, so Antonio Wilson was sentenced for the unaliving of Fabelia Thomas. She was 39 and he was 38. And hold on, y'all. It said Georgia man sentenced for 2019 unaliving of woman he met on dating at. I'm sorry, y'all, but all these ads is popping up. It's ridiculous. Like, dang. So they sentenced him to life in prison for the unaliving of Fabelia Thomas. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I think it's Fabelia Thomas. Now, whom he met on a dating app. Now, the dating app was, they found out later was POF. So it says in June of 2019, Fabelia Thomas' roommate found her in the bathtub at the Roswell, Georgia apartment. Thomas' roommate heard a scream that morning. After discovering her body in the bathtub, he called 911. Authorities confirmed signs of trauma to Thomas' body. ABS confirmed that Wilson and Thomas met on Plenty of Fish and saw each other briefly before she ended things. So she did everything right in this situation, guys. She would meet him in public places, like we always tell you. Don't go nowhere to their house or anything like that. You don't know them like that. You're just meeting them. So she did everything that she was supposed to do. She met him in public spaces. She didn't give out her information like that. But y'all have to understand, our information is already online. Like, a lot of our information is already online. So a person can still find you, even if you don't tell them anything. I think it's best just to give them a fake name until you figure out that this is really a person that you can trust and be with. Other things that I think that she might have missed in this situation is, I'm sure the way you guys are seeing him, like his pictures, I'm sure that he probably did not look like that on the dating website. He probably was well dressed and stuff, but you have to actually look in people's eyes. Like, just imagine that person smiling and look in their eyes. What do their eyes tell you? Do their eyes tell you that they're a genuine person? Because look, even if you really know how to read a person, even if somebody's smiling at you in your face, you can tell in their eye. You can just look in their eyes and tell you they ain't about crap. And I think that might have just been the one thing that she missed, is actually like really looking deep into this man's eyes, just looking at him and knowing that he was unstable and that he wasn't going to be able to take rejection. Because a lot of men can't take rejection. Let's just be honest about it. A lot of men cannot take reaction. They can't take the reaction of you saying, hey, I don't want you anymore. They can't take the rejection. They can't take anything. So now it says that she wanted to end things. She probably knew, like, I think what had happened is he said he was going to propose to her and he was going to marry her and they were going to be together. And she was like, dude, I don't even know you like that. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know you. We just met. Like, why are you going so fast? Like, let's settle down. Let's get to know each other. But I don't know. Some men are just crazy. Like, they just want to take hold of this. And she was very beautiful too. So I can understand him not taking the rejection good because she was a beautiful woman. But like, come on, dude. Like, y'all parents out there, whether you're a single mother or whether you're a single dad, please teach your kids about how to deal with rejection. Because when you don't teach them, they just act a fool. They not going, when somebody reject them, they gonna go to the ultimate action in any kind of situation they're in, and they're gonna possibly harm somebody because of being rejected. So Wilson, however, believed they were ready to advance their relationship and even told Thomas that he intended to propose. Now, you can see right here in this relationship that they were having, they were not on the same page. They were definitely not on the same page. Her mind was on just, getting to know him and just taking it slow. And his mind was on jumping and proposing and doing that. And they said that this dude even brought a ring. He was trying to put a ring on it. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, and then he probably, like, he did all of this, guys. He did all of this, and yeah. So he did all of this. I got hold on, y'all. Okay. So he did all of this. People just be getting on my nerves. They just texting me about stupid stuff. Like, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Especially if it ain't got to do with making money or better in my life. I don't want to hear about it. God dang. Now, they said Thomas told Antonio that she was against the engagement through several text messages. And she had every right to do that. Like, dude. And then I bet you some money he got mad at her because he probably felt like it was her fault that he bought this ring and he spent his money on this ring and now she don't want to do it. But dude, she never said that she was going to do it. She never claimed that you were her boyfriend. You started all the claiming and stuff. You were the crazy one. You were your brain was just out there. And that's why a lot of women don't like to date, because these men out here, they're crazy. There's no other way for me to say it. They're crazy. Um, so it said that Thomas sent Antonio a text message asking him to stop claiming her. They said the prosecutors presented one of Thomas' text to Antonio, and the message reportedly read, "Keep your ring. I'm not your woman. Never was. Stop claiming me because I never claimed you." And there's nothing wrong with saying that to a crazy man, yeah. But look, y'all, she didn't know that he was crazy like that until she started rejecting him. And y'all know what I would have did? I would have blocked him on, which I think she did. I think she unfollowed him on POF. So basically what you do is you block them. And I don't know how far did she couldn't have lived far from him. She couldn't have lived far from him. I don't know where she lived or where he lived, but that's one thing to know. If they live close to you, you'll want to think twice with having a relationship with them. You want somebody that doesn't live close at all. You want somebody that doesn't live close to you. You want them to live at least like 3 hours away. 2-3 hours away. That's why I would like to find out that he stay in the same because it seems like he stayed in the same state, and that's not good. I'm gonna tell y'all now, that's not good. So look, you always wanna find out where did they stay. If they stay in the same state as you, don't do it. Date out of state. I don't know. It's just something about people that live in the same state. It's just, I don't know what it is. It just never go good. It never go good. So that's the first tip I can give you. Another tip is and you know, on these dating websites, what they need to start doing is they need to start researching these people that's on these dating websites and making sure that they're not lying to people. Because you guys have more than enough time to have an editor or somebody to do some checks to make sure that the information that these people are giving on their bio is true. Because anybody can lie on their bio and tell you all these type of crazy stuff and they're broke, they ain't got no job, they ain't got nothing going on, and you get schemed and scammed. Now they said Thomas had, so she unfriended Antonio, which was good. That's what she should have did the day before her death. But the platform wasn't specific. So that's another thing. You want to make sure that when you unfriend, you also want to block them. Because just because you unfriend somebody, they can still come to your on POF, they can still come and look around on your page. And that's probably what he did. She unfriended him, but she didn't block him. Those are two different things. If you unfriend somebody, like if I unfriend somebody right now from like any of my platforms, they can still come and look at my my information and stuff. Now, if I block them, that's a different thing. I know when you block somebody on Facebook, they're like literally blocked. But on YouTube, you can block somebody. Yeah, you can block somebody and they'll actually be blocked. I think that's why I told y'all before, a lot of people lie talking about, oh, I blocked this person. If you block that person, you shouldn't even be able to see their page. That's how you can tell a lot of people lie talking about that they block certain people. No, you didn't. Stop lying. But definitely, if you unfriend them, make sure that you block them too, because that's two different things on POF. I know when I was on there was unfriending, and then you could block them. Just like on Facebook, you can unfriend somebody, and then you can also block them. They'll give you two options. Do you just want to unfriend them, or do you want to block them too? So I think that's what happened. I think she unfriended him, but she didn't block him. And he probably went on her page and you know, found out her name and stuff, and did a background to get her address, and that's how he found her address. And so they said WSB TV notes that after 5 years and a brief 30-minute jury deliberation, Antonio was found guilty on Tuesday, July 23rd. A judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole for malice unaliving. Yes, he definitely should have got that. He definitely should not be out to try to do this, because I know if they were to let him out, he would do this again. Now, y'all know Fannie Wilson actually talked about this case, and she said she deals with a lot of these cases too. Yeah, Fannie Wilson, like, yeah, that lady that was, you know, in that little scandal of it when they was asking her what she's spending money that she went on, like personal stuff like vacations and stuff like that. So attorney Abigail Porter praised Thomas for following all the right steps when meeting someone on a dating app. Yeah, she definitely did everything right. But sometimes you gotta be able to recognize crazy. You gotta be able to recognize crazy, because sometimes in a lot of these situations, some of these people they crazy. Miss Thomas did everything that you would think you should do. She told her friends where she was going, which that's a plus. She would only meet him in public places, which that was good. Now, Thomas found out that she passed away just 1 week before her fourth birthday. Her brother, Marto Charles, noted that she lived life fully and had many dreams and goals. And she was Nigerian American. It said, my sister enjoyed and loved life. She had dreams and goals she wanted to accomplish, yet that all died with her when she was gasping for her last breaths. Let me see if I can find another article, because that article didn't say too much. Wow, so they said after she unfriended him, he unalived her the next day. That is crazy. And you know what? She didn't want to talk to him no more. Like, dude, she didn't want to talk to you no more. You was probably acting cray. Like a lot of y'all men be acting crazy and you act weird and stuff. And then the lady just like, no, I don't want to do this no more. You acting crazy. You acting weird. I don't want to do this. They said she was strangled. And they said she was getting up to go to work. So, she probably was. That's probably why they found her in the bathtub. She was going in there to take a shower, and then here this crazy guy comes and catches her off guard. That's why I tell y'all women, please, 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 ladies, if you don't do anything, get you a pow. I'm telling you, get you some kind of protection. Stop letting people tell you, oh, you don't want to do this because you might hurt somebody, and then you end up, and you end up in prison or this, that, and the third. Don't let Alexa be quiet. Don't let people tell you that, because those people are gonna have you in some crazy situations where you would have wished that you would just listen to yourself. Because just imagine if this lady had protection. Just imagine if this lady had protection, and what would have been the end result? She would have been able to fend herself off, especially if she had a pow. This is terrible. I mean, this man took the time to find out where this lady stayed. And he looked crazy too, y'all. Let me show y'all a picture of him. Let me try to show y'all a picture of him and her. That's him and that's her. And this man, he practically hunted her down and found out where she stayed. And he unalived her right where she lived at. And he left. He took her phone, because when they locked him up, they found her phone. And that's when they went through it and they found out that she had met this man online. Look, she had met this man online on POF. And when she told him that she didn't want to be with him no more, he couldn't take the rejection. He couldn't take... This dude actually had the nerve to buy her a ring. She never asked him to buy her a ring, guys. She never asked for any of that. She never asked him to do none of that. He did that on his own. And then you gonna search for me? But this is why, if you are gonna do online dating, just make sure that you're looking at certain things. You're looking at their eyes. Because, man, when I tell you the eyes tell everything, you gotta look like really deep within a person's eyes. And I'm not talking about a couple seconds. I'm talking, it take a couple minutes to actually look. You have to like completely stare into the person's eyes and actually look. Another thing, when you're getting on these dating websites, now they have FaceTime on POF. So if you want to FaceTime, if you feel like something ain't right, just FaceTime them. FaceTime them. That can tell you something too. You got all kinds of things you can do. You know, you should never give away any type of information that you don't want that person to know. But she didn't do that. He found that online. And that's why this whole thing, I mean, it's just so bad. It's just the government and what they do and how they do certain things. They don't know how that is very it's unsafe for a lot of us citizens. It's very unsafe for a lot of us, your citizens. And that's how you can tell they don't give a shit about us. Because if he couldn't have found, because if he couldn't have went on the internet and found her information, he would have never found out where she lived at. He would have never been able to do this if her personal information was not online. So there has to, like, whoever is going to be the president, that's the first thing you need to look into, is to why do y'all have people's personal information online where a crazy person can get it, hunt them down, and unalive them. Like, that's not good. Y'all need to take that stuff down. The only people should be, that information should be readily available to, is employers, people that have businesses, people that really need that information. Nobody should just be able to pay to get somebody's background information. That's bullshit, and you know it. Y'all need to fix that. Y'all really need to fix that. It's time for y'all to fix that. It's time for y'all to start locking that information, and only certain people be able to get into that information, like employers, you know, the FBI and people like that, people that really need that information. You know, human resources people that might need that information for people that get on public assistance and stuff like that. But just for anybody to be able to have somebody's information, you know it's bullshit. And people that have had that happen, if I was her family, I would sue. I would sue the people that have her public information online. Because you had my daughter's public information online. That man was able to stop my daughter, get her information, and unalive her. So yeah, it's gonna start to, people are gonna start to sue. You keep it up there if you want. People are gonna start to sue. That's exactly what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna start to happen next, until you guys pull together and find out how you gonna do this. With having people's information out there, because it's not right. People shouldn't be able to just go online and find out about you and find out everything they need to know about you. And then y'all act funny, or y'all want to come running when something happens to somebody. Y'all come running, and then gonna try to prosecute somebody because, you know, they protected themselves. So it really is some BS when it comes to this. But yeah, if I was her family, I would definitely sue the government, or whoever is responsible for putting people's information up online. Yeah, you need to be prosecuted, and they should sue you. They should sue you. But yeah, I'm so glad that they gave this man life. I'm glad that they gave him life, because he should never be out on the streets again. And it took them only 30 minutes to convict him, because they had all the evidence, y'all. So, y'all, I'm about to get on up out of here. Thank you folks so much for joining me, but I gotta get dinner done, and I also had to do my exercise. So I will see you guys in another video. Peace. Stay safe. And if you do online, remember what I said. Stick to your guns. Stick to your intuition, which this lady did everything. But in the end, she couldn't stop him from going online and getting her information and finding out where she stayed. So that's definitely something that really needs to be taken care of when it comes to our information being out there on the internet. Because you got all these you got people out here that just want to unalive people. You have had people say, I just wanted to unalive somebody today. You got crazy people out here like that. And when you have crazy people out here like that, you can't be having people information online for everybody to see. Like, who do you guys think you are? Who do you think you are? And then people are wondering why all this hacking, global hacking and everything is happening. People can't get into their accounts and stuff like that. People can't even get money out of their banks because y'all have all our freaking information online. That's why. But I'll see you guys in another one. Peace.